안녕하세요. 밴쿠버 인사이트입니다. 이번 영상은 2025년 1월 6일 앨버타주 수장 다니엘 스미스가 캘거리에서 기자회견을 열고 캐나다 전역과 미국으로 앨버타주 석유와 가스를 더 많이 이전하기 위해 생산을 2배로 늘리겠다는 영상입니다. 이 영상을 통해 다니엘 스미스에 대하여 다시 한번 깊게 느끼고 열심히 일하는 모습이 인상 깊었습니다.
Today to talk about increasing pipeline capacity and oil and gas production in Alberta so that we can play an even greater role in North American energy security. The government of Alberta's ambition is to double oil and gas production, and today we've signed a letter of intent with Enbridge to accelerate these growth opportunities and ensure more capacity for oil and gas is available across more than 29,000 kilometers of pipelines in the Enbridge network. This added capacity objective is critical to Alberta and our most important trading partner, the United States. Alberta's oil directly supports more than 50 U.S.-based refineries with direct investment in more than 20 U.S. states and is essential to affordability, growth, economic prosperity, and energy security in the United States and globally. Alberta oil and natural gas is also a reliable and important feedstock for essential products produced in the United States, especially in the Midwest states of Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Our first step in this agreement will be creating a formal working group made up of the Government of Alberta, the Alberta Petroleum Marketing Commission, and Enbridge senior representatives. This working group will assess opportunities for shared investment and expanding pipeline capacity, transportation, storage, and new pipeline opportunities in the future across Enbridge's entire network. There will also be a focus on streamlining regulations and permitting approvals and red tape reduction that will include a provincial as well as a national cross-border perspective. This is one example of the items the working group will be discussing. Others include direct engagement with the Canadian Energy Regulator to expedite capacity expansion and permitting and approvals for oil and gas in Alberta and across borders that today are too slow and too cumbersome and in no way reflect the need to compete with impending regulatory reform coming in the United States. Engagement with producers to ensure future capital growth plans align with the intended outcomes from the working group to deliver more oil and gas and keep differentials competitive. We will identify actions our government will need to take to streamline approvals and expedite policy in support of accessing barrels through our existing bitumen royalty in kind program and developing a program for gas royalty in kind sooner. An early assessment of additional Indigenous opportunities and how the Alberta Indigenous Opportunity Corporation could participate in the opportunities advanced by the working group. Increasingly, Alberta's ability to move more oil and gas will encourage producers to increase production and start new capital projects in Alberta in support of our economic prosperity. Recent discussions with oil sands producers identified that over the last year, organic growth in the oil sands was over 7%. These added pipeline capacity plans will require more production and more capital investment in the future. Doubling oil and gas production in Alberta has been a goal of my administration since about day one. Increased production means increased investment, increased jobs, and increased royalties for Albertans. Today's announcement is about our work with Enbridge, and we thank them for their leadership and action in support of doubling Alberta's oil production going forward. The opportunities that they have identified are significant, and now the work begins to advance these in support of our shared ambition. We are also in discussions with the other pipeline companies and look forward to advancing ideas and opportunities that can continue to provide Albertans who own this resource with investment returns and proactive market access opportunities for Alberta's oil and gas assets in the immediate future. Alberta cannot afford to be passive when it comes to providing our energy to North America and globally to the billions of people who today live in energy poverty. We have a responsibility to ensure our oil and natural gas has market access. Actions like this announcement with industry today ensure that we will be active in this responsibility and active in this pursuit with our largest trading partner, the United States, who shares these same values. Alberta's exports of 4.3 million barrels per day of heavy oil, which is almost equivalent to the amount of light oil that the U.S. exports globally today, demonstrates the critical alignment of our North American oil market and highlights our long partnership in support of addressing energy security globally. Alberta accounts for 56% of total U.S. oil imports, enabling them to export light oil to European, Scandinavian, and Asian countries from the United States. The U.S. needs to import heavy oil from somewhere, and we believe we are a far better partner than Iraq, Iran, or Venezuela. This announcement today with Enbridge is about strengthening the bonds with the United States and about increasing production of Alberta's reliable oil and gas. It's also about supporting advancing egress sooner and supporting investment, job creation, and other objectives in Alberta and the United States. The United States' ambition for global energy security and dominance, the U.S. ambition to support affordability and lower energy costs domestically in the United States, and the clear call to action across North America to electrify in support of AI demand includes Alberta oil and gas to support these priorities. Alberta will not sit back.